as we move on to Becky Lynch hitting rock bottom this past Monday on Raw as she lost to 24/7 champion Dana Brooke. And I knew there was a lot of pushback on social media about this, but I honestly can't find a reason to get mad because I don't care about the 24/7 shenanigans. I've been over it since the inception of the title almost 3 years ago now, when it was Raw After Dark and it was all black and white for like half a day. And then it's back to the regular colors, and R-Truth has been champ 40 something times. He's a lone bright spot in all of this. So I really don't care about Becky chasing after a championship, any championship for that matter, because she's going through it right now. But at the same time, where do we go with Becky Lynch? She's at the bottom now, and I presume she's going to continue her feud with Asuka. But what's next for Becky Lynch after that? How can she recapture what she had as the man nearly 4 years ago? What can she do to reach the promised land once again in WWE, Paul? What can Becky do to reestablish herself as one of the premier stars in WWE?
Well, I think she's going to have to... I think it's going to have to be with the fans. I think, that's what's going to end up doing it. She's going to hit. I don't even know if this is necessarily rock bottom, but and if it is, then maybe we don't see her for a little while and then she comes back. But I kind of always said that I think the natural progression of this is she finds the fans again and the fans bring her back to the level she was at. So even though the fans never really stopped cheering for her, but we'll ignore that part of the story. And eventually I think they're going to turn on Ronda. So, I think we're heading for WrestleMania next year. One of the night's main events is going to be Ronda and Becky, with Ronda as a heel and Becky as a babyface. And there's other ways they can do it, but that's the way I do it. So I do think that's what's going to happen. I suppose it's possible that she could even go more vicious and, find a darker edge, but I hope they don't go that way.
I hope not either. I just hope that she finds herself back through the people that never really gave up on her, even though WWE tends to gaslight us a lot. So hopefully she's able to turn it back in her favor by hitting rock bottom and finding her way back up heading into next year's WrestleMania. So Scott, what were your initial thoughts on Dana Brooke pinning Becky Lynch, even though she got the assist from Asuka when she held Becky's leg down to prevent the kick out?
I'm going to get some pushback for this one. To me, it just reminded me of the hurricane pinning the Rock. I mean, that's what it came off as. It felt like a way for the two bigger stars, clear bigger stars, far and above bigger stars, Asuka, Becky Lynch, to continue their feud. Dana, like you said, I don't think anyone takes the 24/7 shenanigans serious, but there's a story that can be told with Becky Lynch just going crazy. Like, I have to win a title. I have to have a title. I have to have a title no matter what it is. And not even caring that it's the 24/7 title. Like, there's a story to be told there if you could tell it the right way, and then you have somebody like a Charlotte Flair whenever she comes back, or somebody like that who can really lay into Becky and be like, yo, what is wrong with you? Look at what you've become. You are a shell of yourself. Because I agree with you, Paul. I think the end game has to be Becky Lynch, babyface, Ronda as the heel, and it's gonna take Becky Lynch being at the very bottom, be like, you know what, I can't do it. And I've been saying this since the Bianca feud ended. Like that's going to be the game after she loses the title. She just goes down the drain and can't do anything, can't figure it out. And then she's just going to cut this promo where she's completely broken. She's completely vulnerable. And she says, I need the people that created the man. Just like Paul said, I need the people that created the man. And that's the exact story you have to tell. And it's going to take her. She's going to have to cut a masterful promo. And I know the people are already with her, but to get her back to that man level. That was a completely different level than what right now. She's just incredibly popular and will always be. She's established herself, but to be at that man level popularity where she was able to elevate any and everyone she was in the ring with as far as the crowd reaction, to get to that level, she's going to have to cut a masterful promo and just be relatable and lay it all out there. And I think she's got that in her because she's done it before. So that's the end game. And I think that's got to be what's next. And you just have to, she just has to continue losing big matches. She has to continue coming up short, and someone's just going to lay into her and give her a reality check. And that's when she comes to the ring just completely broken and says, I need you guys back.
I agree. And listen, if she can get a Bible scripture over to push her feud with Bianca Belair heading into WrestleMania, she can do anything. And she's got to cut that money promo. She can do it. Even though the fans rock with her, you got to have that extra push to get her over the top. And I think she'll do so in due time. And you know, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom. This might not be completely the bottom. It might be another match against Bianca Belair heading into SummerSlam in a couple of months. But I do believe that Becky has what it takes to get back to where she was 4 years ago and be a bigger star because of it, because it's right there for the taking whenever WWE is ready to go in that direction. And Becky, I truly believe, has autonomy over a creative, that she will not do things stupidly for no reason, such as losing to Dana Brooke. There's a reason behind it. I don't think Dana Brooke is going to get elevated by this. Unfortunately, it's a nice win for her, but it will not be remembered in 2 weeks. It'll be about Becky and who she needs to be in order to face Ronda Rousey at next year's WrestleMania.